I just want to give you some extra help with finding a good secondary source, scholarly article. I am providing those to you, so you are required to use one that I have selected. If you choose to use a different one, then you need to check with me first and let me approve it. So, in the section on Hamlet in our course, you can see the details for the close reading, and you can look at the scholarly articles to use for your Hamlet presentation. You can choose any of the minor characters. So our focus is not Hamlet for the presentation. We're going to talk enough about Hamlet. So choose any other character. A thing that is useful to do is to look at the things that are quoted in that article and see if those correspond with the scene you have. So sometimes act, scene, and line numbers, what you're looking for is the act and scene to be like yours. Sometimes they are written in Roman numerals. So we're using Arabic numerals, which are the numbers that you've written your whole life. So this would be 1.2 for us. So if you struggle with Roman numerals, that part may be tricky. But it looks like in this introduction, they are looking at Act 1, Scene 2 a good bit with Gertrude. The whole thing doesn't have to focus, the whole article doesn't have to focus on the scene you're doing. Here's a section that focuses a little more on Act 3, Scene 1 and Act 3, Scene 4. So I'm not reading this in depth right now. I just am showing you where to find these things to kind of do a quick check to see if an article might be useful to you as you are going through. Also, sometimes the articles aren't just about that one minor character that you are researching. So if you're struggling to find something that you are drawn to about your minor character, you might look in some of the other character folders for other articles. Here's mention of the ghost. I don't know how detailed that is. Again, some mention of Claudius. So in that folder with content for Gertrude, you might find mention of other minor characters that you find useful. And that would be cool too. Going back to look at other articles, here I am focusing all on women. That's not good. Let's look at Polonius. So again, look for, here are this is the style that we're going to use for quoting Shakespeare. There is a video of that on Blackboard as well, quoting Shakespeare, and I'll go over that in class if you have a live class with me. But here you can see different act and scene numbers that are quoted. Now, when you quote your article, you don't want to quote the stuff that the author has quoted from the play. You are required to quote from the play yourself. So you could use what the scholar has quoted in their article or parts of it that are relevant to the theme that you're exploring using that minor character, but you don't want to use the secondary source to quote the primary source. Primary source is the play Hamlet, and what you want to quote from the secondary source should be something of their interpretation that you find interesting, something they say about the minor character that you really are drawn to and want to explore more. But when you're doing a quick overview to see kind of if this could be relevant to your act and scene, then just look at those parenthetical citations and that can give you a good idea. All right, we'll talk about this as you continue to work on it. Email me if you have questions. If you're in a live class, ask me in class. Again, you have to use one of the secondary sources, scholarly articles that I provide for you. So let me know if you need help finding something or understanding something.